What's going on, guys? And this is the post-match recap and player ratings for Manchester United versus Fulham. Finished Manchester United 1, Fulham 1. Disappointing, very disappointing. Fantastic goal by Cavani in front of the fans for the first time, and what a goal to do it with. I'm very pleased and happy for him. But it's just a shame that the team had to let him down after that and we don't get the 3 points. A draw for me is a loss against Fulham, no disrespect, but they're a relegated team. And we should be winning that game every day of the week, regardless of the lineup we put out. That's just basics. That's what it is. We only got the point due to a horrible, horrendously unmarked goal, unmarked player at the back post. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's fault. He's been doing it all season, tucking in as an extra centre back when that's not your position, and we pay it again. So, look, disappointing result, as I said, and we should have got a clean sheet today. David De Gea, I thought, had a very good game again, and he was let down as well. Can't do a lot about the goal, and just disappointing, as I said, very disappointing. So we've got 2 games. We've got the Wolves game on Sunday, and then we've got the Europa League. When is it? Wednesday, I believe, the final. This is not a good result, really is not, especially if this carries now into the Wolves game and they pick up another draw or maybe a loss. It's going to be catastrophic going into that final in terms of confidence and self-esteem. So, and we played a very strong lineup today. Remember, the lineup I would have put out was a lot weaker than the lineup Ollie put out, and it still couldn't get the job done. And especially with the fans being back in the ground for the first time, and they can't even get up for it. Not good enough. And I feel sorry for the fans that turn up because they didn't deserve that. So, let's get into the match notes. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with a cross to Pogba, who headed it over. Cavani then, with his long-range chip, about 45 yards out roughly, over Areola. Areola actually does get his fingertips to it, but it's just inch perfect. Slightly softer and not as much power, and the keeper saves that. And then one's slightly more power as well, easily can sail over the crossbar and onto the roof of the net or over. Just, do you know what I mean? It's got to be crucial, it's got to be clinical, and it's exactly what it was from Cavani, and I love that he done that as his first goal as well, in front of the fans. What an introduction. I'm so happy for him. What a goal. Anguissa then had a header from a corner for Fulham. Tame effort, didn't get enough on it, and De Gea spilled it slightly but did collect it in the end. Lookman then put a through ball to Carvalho, the youngster, who had a quite lively game again. Beat Lindelof with pace and even muscle him off the ball when he's smaller than Lindelof, but he'd done that. Fortunately, he got a shot away, straight at David De Gea. We got away with that one. Fernandes then had a long-range shot, which the keeper collected. Shaw then made a great run, shot outside the box, but it sailed over high and wide. That was the first half. For the second half, Bruno had a free kick, just whistled past the post. When he hit it, I thought he was going in. Even on the replay, it's so close. Unlucky from Bruno with a free kick. Greenwood then had a shot which went out for a corner. Lookman then nearly catch David De Gea at the near post. I think he tries to cross it and he slips, and how he hits it when he slips, it's going in the top right hand corner at the near post, but David De Gea's reaction's fantastic, and he tips it and saves it, and then he collects with a rebound as well. So fantastic double save from De Gea. Cavaliero then blast over for them. Fernandes then had another free kick on the edge of the box, right to the side of the goal, and I thought he was going to hit it because they had Luke Shaw as the other free kick taker to sort of put an outswinger in. But I thought Bruno was going to do an in-swinger, which he did. It was straight at Areola though, and he dealt with it, palmed it away. Bruno then put a great cross into the box for Mason Greenwood, who somehow misses a header unmarked, and he really should be making contact with that header, but he completely misses it. Cavani then had a great through ball that released Greenwood, and he had a shot straight at Areola, and for me, he should score. He's tried to do that far corner finesse, Henry-esque, but on the opposite side, but he gets it wrong and it goes straight at Areola. So Greenwood should have 2 goals today easily. Maybe the header's not the easiest chance, but he should be making contact, and then this one he should score also for me. But Greenwood has been fantastic recently, and he's still very young, but I still think he should score these today. Ream, unmarked, back post. They put a ball into the box, and as I said, he's unmarked at the back post. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's tucking in as an extra centre-back, and no one's on Ream, and he jogs into the box, free header, into the floor, and it's a goal, 1-1, all on Aaron Wan-Bissaka though. And then lastly, Bruno at edge of the box, weak effort, and Areola saves. So We had the majority of the chances. A lot of people say we dominated the game. Perhaps we did, but I still feel like the possession we had, for the most part, was good. But we should be scoring more of those chances. We really should, and I feel like I can't say we dominate the game even if we have the chances, because unless you put them away, for me that takes away from the title domination for me. So yes, we had the majority of the play, but we didn't dominate in the sense of taking our chances. So a 1-1 draw against a relegated team is disappointing, especially at home, and especially the first game back for the fans. I know it wasn't a full stand, a full stadium, it was only 10,000, but that's still a lot of people. And if you can't get out for that as the players, that's a worry in itself. So it's just a poor result today. We really should be beating them, and we don't capitalise on it, and we get a 1-1. And well, Fulham are poor. No, do you know what I mean? There's no two ways about it, and we can't beat them. So it's disappointing today, and it's more so disappointing because of how Cavani gets his goal as well. The team then let him down. So, but as for the match ratings, David De Gea I'd give a 7. He made numerous saves that were important to us, good reaction saves, and I thought he done well. It was his distribution out to Bruno, who didn't actually get a flick on it for the Cavani goal. So does it count as an assist for David De Gea? I'm not sure. It should do, but I think that they credited Bruno with the assist, but he doesn't make contact with the ball, so that should be awarded to David De Gea. Great distribution from the goal kick, and Cavani with a wonderful finish. So David De Gea, impressive today with a 7. Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets a 4 for me. Could be lower. I mean, I don't think he was poor, like in general, but he doesn't get above average because of that mistake for the equaliser. It cost us, so I can't give him above an average, and I wouldn't give him an average because that is just, there's no excuse for that positional play that he consistently has done throughout the season. So for me, it's below average. He gets a 4. Lindelof gets a 5 of an average. Probably a little bit generous because Carvalho could have had another goal as well, where he beat Lindelof for the ball and he shot straight at De Gea. He beat Lindelof far too easily for me there, and I just think Lindelof looked a bit shaky today. Tuanzebe, I thought, come in, done a great job today. Above average. Nothing like outstanding, but I thought he was solid and done the simple things well. So I think he was one of the better ones today with a 6. Shaw, little bit average for me today. He loses the tackle for the goal for Fulham initially. Not like him, which obviously it ends in a goal. So he's partly to blame for that as well. He had that one shot outside the box that went far and wide, but just average from him today, I thought. So Shaw gets a 5. McTominay, a lot of people were going on about he had a fantastic game, and I don't agree. I thought he was okay. I've got him as an average. A bit of both, like a good bit of a good game, but then I think he drifted off again. Got subbed. I'd give him an average with a 5. I'd also give Fred a 5 as well, of an average. Just no creativity again. Just not good enough, but they both get an average. Greenwood, I'd give a 4 because of the chances he missed. He was lively as always, but them chances he has to score at least one of them, and he scores neither. So I'm not too fussed with Mason because I know that he will come good again, but he should score them today. But he gets a 4 because he misses them chances. Bruno, I'd give a 7 to. He had numerous shots on goal, set pieces, and some almost assists. So I thought he was lively and good today, Bruno. I'd give him a 7. Pogba, I thought was average today. I thought he struggled to get into the game and affect it a lot. And just not his best game as of recent performances, so I'd give him an average of a 5. Cavani gets a 7, wonderfully taken goal, probably my favourite goal he scored since he's been at the club, maybe other than that side foot top right hand corner goal, but out of them two I'd say, but probably this one to be honest, just because of the occasion, the fans being back in the ground, and it's an introduction to the fans like that. I'm just so happy for him, but at the same time I'm disappointed for him because it should have been the 3 points with that, and it wasn't. So, but 7 for Cavani. Thought he had a good game with little service again. Rashford, Diallo, and Donny all come on very late, and Rashford slightly earlier before Diallo and Donny, but they all get an average for me. Didn't really do a lot when they come on, but again, still a little bit late for me, especially for Diallo and Donny. And yeah, Ollie for me today, I'll give him a 2. Tactically, I don't think it was awful, but the substitution time's too late again for me today. And if it is his instructions that he's telling Aaron Wan-Bissaka to keep tucking in on the defensive side of things, he's got to stop telling him to do that because it's cost us a goal today. I'm pleased that he rests Rashford, but McFred shouldn't be starting for me. And I would have rested players more than he did today. We went with a stronger lineup. They've now got more minutes under their belt, but they've now got more fatigue under their belt, and they haven't got the 3 points. So I think it's kind of backfired in a sense. So I think he got a few things wrong today. So he gets a low mark for me, and because they're relegated, Fulham, and they get a point from us at our ground in front of our fans, it's not good enough. So I think it was poor today from Ollie. There's no excuses for anything other than the 3 points, which we didn't get. Disappointing today. Man of the match for me, I'm going to go Bruno. I think you could give it to David De Gea very easily, but I'm going to give it to Bruno Fernandes. I thought he was lively, as I said. Set pieces, several shots. Nearly got the flick for the Cavani goal. I thought he was good, but I wouldn't be mad if you give it to Cavani or David De Gea either. But for me, I'm going to give it to Bruno. And I'll be back for Sunday, guys, with the Wolves game. We need to get a better result, especially leading into that Europa League final. The players need that mentality shift from this game into a more positive one for the confidence alone going into that final. So, look, it's going to be interesting, but we need to turn up more because Wolves will be a lot harder than Fulham are, trust me. So, disappointing today. We need to turn up for Wolves. I'll catch you guys for that one.